Welcome to the last video for this 7.RP.1, our goal number 3. We're looking at section 6.3 for the majority of this, and is converting rates. You've already done a worksheet based on this stuff for part of this goal. I need you to be able to compare unit rates of quantities with like and differing unit measures, and this is how we go about doing this. It's kind of fun. So when we are converting unit rates, we can use this neat little template, and you should have this in your mission. We have a horizontal line, and it can go as long as we need to, and we can put as many vertical lines as we need to. But our job in this case is to convert 760 miles per minute into miles per hour into miles per minute. So let's start out, and I'll teach you how to use this baby. So we have 760 miles per 1 hour. And we need to change this hour unit into minutes. And so we need to think, how many minutes are in an hour? Well, there's 60 minutes in an hour, and we need to have this hour still be on the bottom part of this equation, because per means fraction, so that's why I have this fraction bar here, and it's staying there. So we need to have minutes be on the bottom, and we know there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. Now if you look at this, we know from basic simplification, if we have something like 9 over 3, we can actually, let me choose a different number, 9 over, let's say, 12. We can divide the top and the bottom by 3 and simplify this to 3 over 4. Now we can also do this with units. If I have hours on the bottom and hours on the top, those disappear. They cross out, just like we divided by 3. We're dividing by hours so we can get minutes. That is the whole concept of this. So we end up having 760, because we're multiplying across, 760 miles in 60 minutes. If we then did that math, 760 miles for 60 minutes, we end up getting 2.7 miles in 1 minute. So we're playing around with unit rates as well. 2.7 miles for 1 minute. If I think about that, 2.7 miles per minute is really fast. Maybe this is a bomb, maybe this is like some sort of bomb or a rocket or something like that, or maybe a plane flying. So 2.7 miles in 1 minute. That's pretty cool. So let's look at another problem that we use this same template for. Tyrell and 3 friends attend skydiving class before their first jump. I've been to skydiving class, and it's pretty cool. The instructor tells them they will travel at about 176 feet per second. How many miles per hour is this? So we can take this one step at a time. We can either think about feet first, or we can think about seconds first. For me, I feel like let's talk about time. For some reason, time seems a little easier. Now let's think about how many seconds are in a minute. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute. And then how many, I need to get to miles per hour, so then how many minutes are in an hour? Well, 60 minutes are in 1 hour. So if I did that math, we have 3,600 seconds are in 1 hour. That's a lot of seconds. So I'm going to now put this on here. I have 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. So I got time worked out. Now let's think about feet. I need to turn feet into miles, and I know from a handy-dandy conversion that I learned in like 5th grade that there is 5,280 feet in a mile. So 5,280 feet in 1 mile. So pay attention. Let's think about where I put my seconds initially and where I put them in the second part. Now, because they're on the top and the bottom, they cancel. As well, I have feet on the top and feet on the bottom, so they also cancel out. So that's kind of cool. So what I have left is miles per per hour. Exactly what I was intending to have. So if I do all of this math, if I do all of it, I have this information. I have to do 176 times 3,600, which gets me 633,600 feet or miles. I need to say miles here because it's no longer feet. We just converted it miles in 5,280, because I'm multiplying straight across 1 times 5,280 hours. So now I need to divide those two. 633,600 miles divided by 5,280 is 120 miles per 1 hour. Those people are traveling fast through the air. So, you see how we can use this fraction bar and sectioning to sort of keep ourselves in check and understand how to completely simplify things. So here is the last little bit that we need to be able to do. We need to be able to convert 12 centimeters to inches, or we need to convert 80 milliliters of liquid into fluid ounces, or something like that. So this is one of those necessary skills. And in your book, on page 276, I should actually add page, sorry. On page 276, you can see this awesome chart. You should also have it by now in your MISSIN, and you should keep it forever and ever and ever. Everybody will ask you exactly this information on a regular basis. If any of you guys from the Europe trip remember, everything's in milliliters, and you want to turn it to ounces because you know you can only take 3 ounces on the airplane, and oh my goodness, can you take it on the airplane? I don't know. So this is one of those things that you could use. This is one of those situations. So we need to convert 12 centimeters into inches. So we are actually going to do the exact thing as we did before. We're going to create our little graph. And on the bottom, underneath 12 centimeters, we can essentially say, well, 12 over 1 is essentially all we need to worry about, because we're not comparing two different quantities to each other. We're just comparing one and trying to get it into another. We're just trying to convert it from one to another. So we have 12 centimeters and we need to turn it into inches. So now our job is to think, how many centimeters are in 1 inch, or how many inches are in 1 centimeter? So let's put that information down. It looks like 1 centimeter, and look where I put it. I put it down in the bottom, so that way these centimeters cancel out from the top and the bottom, and we have 0.394 inches. So if we do that math, 12 times 0.394 inches, we get 4.728 inches. 4.728 inches. And if we're rounding to the nearest tenth, we got 4.7 inches is equal to 12 centimeters. So just a little under 5 inches is 12 centimeters. And that is how you do those type of problems. Work through the last bit of this goal. Ask questions if you need to. I would love to answer them. Pay attention and use that little converting table as much as you need it. And I hope this helps clarify things for goal 3.